Hey Virgo, my name is Bailey Tarot and I'm here to do your January 2026 reading. We're going to be covering love, career, as well as general what you need to know, and then we'll be pulling at the end all signs. How is your person coming towards you or lack thereof? We'll figure it out together. All right, let's get it going. All right, so this is the love portion for Virgo for what's upcoming in love in January 2026. And I think this is going to be kind of like a healing month for you in love. I'm seeing that there might be energy that you're coming out with. So we have, for the Oracle cards, healthy choices, camera, the snake in reverse, and then the chasers. So I'm seeing that like you're currently making healthy choices for yourself. There might be some past lingering energy, where you're potentially missing somebody, or there's like something that you feel like you're looking back on as you've learned the lesson. And you're just kind of like choosing healthier for yourself. I think it was interesting that the snake came out in reverse, because the snake is about competition, enemy, the other woman, somebody else. So I'm seeing that maybe you were in a third party situation. So you might have been in a third party situation where you were kind of feeling like you might have been chasing the other person and you're finally done with it. And so I'm seeing that you're keeping to yourself in the month of January to really reflect and learn from the past and the things you've gone through. I do see that this person hasn't completely left your energy for the month of January with the Six of Cups in reverse. This is someone that you're still thinking of and missing, but actively not choosing, with the Three of Pentacles in reverse and then the Six of Wands in reverse. I feel like you kind of feel like humbled in a way. This wasn't a situation that made you feel like you came out feeling better about yourself, and it gave you a lot of problems. It gave you a lot of stress and unnecessary burden that you shouldn't have had to bear or didn't plan on bearing. Could have been elements of lack of commitment, which makes sense in a third party, I suppose. And also, yeah, I forgot, bottom of the deck is for the oracles is not today. Literally, you're not dealing with that. You're in a place where you're finally not wanting to accept that. And I think that, let's get more on this before I speak. I see almost that this would become a situation. Maybe this, for the other person involved, I'm seeing that maybe the previous person is also kind of viewing this similar as a mirror. They're definitely watching you. With the Ten of Wands, this could also be something that was burdening them, or the situation has become such a burden that it's almost making them where they don't want to hang back and wait. They might consider moving towards you in some sort of way, and it could come out suddenly. Or maybe the situation changed super suddenly. Definitely a lot of conflict. What else can you tell me? I feel like this is kind of painting the history, or where maybe this is like what you've been going through around this time. What else can you tell me, Spirit, about this Hangman in reverse energy? Is this somebody? Yeah, someone's gonna probably suddenly come around looking for a second chance with you. They'll want to present their energy like it's good, but it's coming from a place of control and addiction. What it is, and like it's not well thought out either. I'm seeing a really immature energy. It is an offer. What else can you tell me about this offer, Spirit? But I think what keeps the devil energy alive in that situation would be, they're not completely transparent, or there's a lot of things that they're still keeping to themselves. Is the goal ultimately stability and reconciliation between you two? Absolutely. But the offer does still seem immature. Yeah, there's a lot that this person won't communicate. What else can you tell me, Spirit? What else can you let me know? Yeah, if you thought the connection was done, they are, it's not. They have, but also I don't think this is someone that is like learning their lesson, and they're coming back around. Honestly, Virgo, I wouldn't recommend giving this person another chance. I feel like the situation, yeah, they're just coming to, they're taking their time with it. They're moving on their terms, and it will be a situation that could potentially hurt you again because they aren't being honest. What would this person not be honest about? What can you tell me? Too many cards. I'm still seeing, yeah, maybe this person is trying to keep you trapped in a third-party situation without your knowledge. They don't want you to know. So maybe, if anything, they'll try to reframe the third party as somebody that isn't good and is jealous and draining and not... They'll try to make the other person sound selfish and like they were the problem somehow. What else can you tell me? And the way that they might try to attempt the situation too could be offering like a passionate re-entry where they might want to just be sexual with you, and they'll make it seem like there's no other option, or that there's nobody else there for them. What's the outcome of the situation? What advice in love can you give Virgo? Hopefully this is making sense. But yeah, no, this person, I don't like them. It's third party energy. They just want, they want to present themselves as the king. What else can you tell me? King of Coins. What else can you tell me? They are somebody that offers the things that they know what you want, so they're going to offer it, but there's no longevity here. I see it's someone that, yeah, once again, it's just repeating themselves. This person's rushing in with no plan. There's no future here. They're still indecisive. It's just they're holding on to you. I think this person has codependency issues. Maybe if there was a third party and the other party has temporarily left them, so now they're going to come back for a little bit. But the recommendation would be to ultimately choose you, make healthy choices. I think if you feel that your spirit is calling you to be, the Hermit is literally the first card that came out, and this is your card, Virgo. I think it's the recommendation is like, if you feel called to be by yourself, if you feel called to kind of like be more internal and reflective at this time, do so, because I think that is you thinking of your higher good and prioritizing your needs, and you'll ultimately blossom for it. All right. This is the career portion now that we're on. So I'm seeing in January 2026, you could be coming out of a time where you're maybe feeling uninspired at work, and maybe now you're starting to get back into the flow of things. There might still be some energy of you feeling trapped, however, or like kind of just like it's hard for you to see the whole vision, but as people are still noticing you. And I think where this issue is maybe for boredom. You could have been having someone that was an inadequate leader in charge of you. Maybe your supervisor was somebody that like wasn't kind of like, they weren't good at their jobs themselves maybe, but like you are starting to make connections within the company that could be making it, company or wherever you work, your workplace, your coworkers, maybe higher ups, who knows. Tell me more about these people. What can we know about? Let's get more specific. What else can you tell me about the Three of Pentacles? Yeah, I think people are really starting to just see like your potential, and they're like, you are consistently delivering. And from there, that might give you some like new passion within work after a period of really just feeling like stuck and uninspired. Maybe held back, even like you weren't being given positions or like roles or tasks that you knew you'd thrive in. What else can you tell me about what's upcoming for January in 2026 for Virgo? Oh my goodness. Yeah, like you're going to be entering a period where you're really starting to feel inspired. But where there's creativity, you're going to be still receiving delays. So while you're feeling inspired and there's other people that are willing to work with you on these tasks, you will be having complications, but this doesn't mean that you're not going to be able to succeed in what you're looking to do in this month. Tell me more about these delays. What can Virgo be looking for and expecting? That's too many cards. Tell me about these delays. What should Virgo be watching for this month of January 2026? Thank you. In some ways, maybe the delays could be like too much freedom, so there's not enough structure. so this could go back into what I was saying earlier of the element of there's a King of Wands in reverse with the Sun in reverse. So there's like somebody who might be in leadership that's like not good at what they do and they don't bring a positive atmosphere. So I could be seeing maybe these delays come from just maybe having not enough like delegation, not enough people like pointing you in the right direction. So therefore you're not really moving forward. You're just kind of in the stage of where you're creating the plan, essentially. And this will be something that starts into something and you will get recognition for it. So keep your ideas close to your heart and don't let anybody take credit for what you do. What else can you tell me, Spirit, in the month of January? What is upcoming for Virgo? Yeah, and there is elements of appreciation. Bottom deck for the Oracle card is appreciation, divine helpers. And this is going to be something that this could be like your legacy or like what you're going to be really building your career off of. So really pay attention to that in this month, to the things like and the ideas you have, and don't let other people's lack of ability to get these things started with you. Don't let this deter you from moving forward still, because it seems like it's a good plan. Yeah, lots of longevities. All the future cards, all like the cards about looking ahead and the money and finalization are coming out. Finalization, is that a word? Yeah. And once things start to take off, I feel like it's gonna be like, there'll be like one way that it works. Like, you know, like how things sometimes just seem to line up because they just do, and you had no plan of it lining up that way, or like you didn't think it would happen so soon. It's just kind of like once the route aligns, then you're gonna take it. Tell me about this disappointment. What else can you tell me? Jeez. Mercy. We'll close this off in a second. 1 second, gotta fix my deck. All right, now I understand how to close off this reading. All the disappointment that you are receiving could be from the fear of things not working out. So if you're like, there is elements of you feeling lots of anxiety because you're worried that you won't be successful in what you're trying to do. Maybe you're worried that these delays or like this poor leadership, or whoever it is, or however it shows up in your life. Remember, these are general readings, so it'll show up differently for everybody that watches. But don't break your own heart thinking that it's not going to work out, or tell yourself that you're like about to be unsuccessful, because it's just simply not true. And also like that'll hold you back from your manifestations. You gotta try some lucky girl syndrome. Okay, so what else can you tell me? Just a few more cards. What's upcoming for Virgo? Not half the deck, just a few more cards. What's upcoming for Virgo and career in January 2026? Thank you, Spirit. Yes. So I'm seeing that you will be really in charge of, like, you're going to be successful in this, and like people are like, you'll be able to make money from it and be put into a position where maybe you could also help others. But this is a role that you're not going to be having like, this is going to be something you're going to do kind of on your own. It's you resourcing your own creativity and like you're making your own plans despite other people maybe not believing in it. So really just make sure that like if you get your like some good ideas in career, don't overshare it with everybody, but make sure like you'll have everything planned out solid. Like expect delays, but it's going to work out. Got a little awkward at the end, but that's okay. All right, now we're going to move on to general. I'm not even done pulling the oracle cards, and I feel like I'm already getting the gist. And I think that this is kind of like a repeated pattern I'm seeing throughout the signs recently. I feel like, okay, in January, this is your general, by the way, what you need to know, whatever comes out. If there's someone from the past that calls you to express their feelings, to let you know, like, that you've been on their mind, and they might be, like, calling to offer a new beginning, just know that they're, like, I think this is literally what was being talked about in your love reading. Deceit is literally the oracle card that came out next to new beginnings. So I don't think they're gonna be honest. That like there's something that they're not sharing with you. The chaser in a codependent relationship. It's more so what's feeding them is like their fear. And this came out again, so there's like a lot of repetition. So I think Spirit's not done expressing the point of your love reading a bit. When they're reaching out, it's not so much like, and like I'm not saying that they don't have feelings for you, but like I guess you have to think to yourself, what kind of person do you want to be? Like, what sort of love do you want to accept? Like, do you want to accept someone that only reaches out to like not tell you the whole truth because they're just afraid of being alone? Or do you want somebody that like wants the things that you want? And it seems like you want somebody that wants the things that you want. And this is going to leave you in a position of making a choice. And I do see you maybe like you still like you just not being like as it was coming out in the love reading earlier, the love portion, that you're not going to be receptive to this. Like, you know, like you're going to hold your boundaries because you know what like putting up with this person means. And this might feel validating because I think like you making a difficult choice is going to actually give you what you want, and you're going to make the choice that's best for you. What else can you tell me about general, what you need to know? Yeah, like this is a person that puts you in a place of insecurity and like not being your best self, and you know that like this is someone that like doesn't take care of you. Like you are like, and it's the opposite of nurturing. You're getting drained when this person's around you because it's almost like you intuitively can sense that they're not like as aligned as they say, or as they like the positions they put you in. They're not here to feed you. They're here to take you from your plate. What else can you tell me? This is going to be the resisting of an ending. This is a resisting of an ending, but I do see the ending still happening. Like this is like you coming out of a point of maybe like realizing that you don't need to keep yourself stuck just because they want you to stay stuck. What else can you tell me, Spirit? What else can you tell me, Spirit? Yeah, like this situation only brings you negativity. So you're gonna choose to not repeat a cycle. Tell me more about this past person. Like, what is their intent? Like, what are they hiding? What are they hiding? What is this deceit? I think it was mentioned in the love reading. Yeah, like it is I still think it's like a third party, or like you know what they're lying about. Like it's one of those things, I think you've probably already caught them, and it's just like they're coming back to see like, can I like convince them that they're not like that they didn't catch me? Like, can I get out of this somehow still? Yeah, and like I think like it's just what else can you tell me about like this deceit, this person? And like the reason why they would like to smooth things over with you, I think they see you as somebody really intuitive and smart. So it's like, in some ways I wonder if they'll even like think that they're gonna actually succeed here. But what it is like they do see, like they do want you around in their life. Because I think maybe they think one day they will be ready. And so they'd like you to be around for when they think they will be. Should you? Probably not. I wouldn't recommend it. If you're so sure about them and they're not sure about you, is that really what you want? What else can you tell me, Spirit, about this situation? What does Virgo need to know for January 2026? What does Virgo need to know for January 2026? Yeah, like it's unfortunate, like, but I think it's kind of also realizing like this person doesn't make you feel the same way as they used to. You realize like how selfish they've been and how much they have been actually given to you. Yeah, like, and you see it for what it is. It's toxic. They're toxic, like, and all of this is just to keep a hold on you. What else can you tell me, Spirit? What else can you tell me? And And I think what makes the situation confusing is like knowing that there is feelings, but knowing that this person just wants to be individual. And that could even... And they also know that you have feelings. And so in some ways it's like why do all of this? Like, why come back? Like, what else can you tell me, Spirit? Because what it is, the crazy part is, if you were to like accept them back, like they would still move like they're like by themselves, and they would actually like not give anything again. Like they would just, you know, kind of sit there. You're somebody that they idealize, but they can't be serious. Like they can't be serious. They aren't serious. It's just dishonest, and like they know that they're not going to offer anything. It's just maybe to see if they can still have access to you. Sorry, I was hoping that would be better, but I think it's just Spirit really wants you to know like what this person's on. So pay attention, use your brain, trust your gut. I think like you're showing up as the High Priestess, but you could easily be flipped around and become a Queen of Coins in reverse. Neglected, not feeling good, insecure. Do you want to be your best self, or do you want to be your worst self? Environment is key. All right, let's move on to all signs. All right, all signs. Okay, Virgo. How is Aries coming towards you in the month of January 2026? How is Aries coming towards you in the month of January 2026? They want a new start. Like I think they're trying to really hold on to this connection and maybe like fight for it, stick around, maybe revamp it a little. Okay, how's Taurus coming towards Virgo in 2026? How is Taurus coming towards Virgo in 2026? They want to find a way to compromise with you and have you guys both get what you want from the situation. How is Gemini coming towards Virgo? In January 2026, that card came out immediately. Oh my gosh. They're lying to you, but I think it's because they don't feel good about themselves. I think it makes them feel better about themselves, creating a new narrative for you a new story that they can live by. How fun. Oh my God, Cancer came out immediately too. Okay, how's Cancer coming towards Virgo in January 2026? I think they're trying to figure out why you won't come towards them. And there's like a level of impatience. They're like, why? They're on the case. They're like impatient and like waiting. They're like trying to figure out like what's in your head a little bit from a distance. How is Leo coming towards Virgo in January 2026? How is Leo coming towards Virgo in January 2026? Leo, how is Leo coming towards? They want to come forward and win with you. They want a fresh start and they think you're amazing. They've been noticing how well you're doing. How is Virgo coming towards Virgo in January 2026? Virgo coming towards Virgo in January 2026. They're unhappy because they feel like it's maybe they just feel like you have a lot of friends or people that like take up more of your time, so they're kind of feeling a little displeased, maybe neglected. All right, how is Scorpio coming towards Virgo in January 2026? They really want to take the, I think they want to take the leads of the relationship, maybe kind of like take you out somewhere. Like, I think they figure out like what they want to do with, like, if they want to be together, if they want to be with you, or maybe you make them feel like more of their best self, like more of like a, if they're a man, then you make them feel like a man. If they're a woman, you make them really make them feel like that girl kind of thing. The stuttering was severe. How does Sagittarius feel about Virgo in January 2026? Or how are they coming towards Virgo in January 26? They're wishing, I think they're missing you. They're hoping, they're sad about, I think they'd like to see if this could be something else that can start again, but even the idea of it is just painful. Maybe hoping to see you again. What is Capricorn coming towards Virgo in January 2026? I think like they're obsessed with you to a point where it could be like a little manipulative, like it's giving stalker. It's giving stalker. I'm sorry. Sorry, Capricorn. Sorry. Aquarius. How's Aquarius coming towards Virgo in January 2026? I feel like you are really, this month, Aquarius might really feeling like they're learning a lot about themselves and about you through this connection. Yeah, like I think like they're just really feeling like they're like attuned to themselves, their body, their surroundings, this connection, you. They're really feeling close and bonded and like things are spiritually meant to be. And then Pisces, how's Pisces feeling about or coming towards Virgo? I keep forgetting. I guess it's going to be how the message wants to come out. How is Pisces coming towards a Virgo in January 2026? Oh my God, it's kind of giving fake friend. Like, I feel like if you're in a social setting with them, like they're competing with you. They're trying to make people like them better than you. Watch that. All right, Virgo. Oh my God, you're shaking, sorry. Nothing but love and light. Wishing you all the best this month. No worries.